So, good day sir, I'm Jobert Tihagurin from Business FTC 2B. I will be discussing the function and contributes movement of the joint. The first joint will be the ball and the socket joint. It allows movement in almost all directions, provides the greatest range of motion, support rotation, stability, and flexibility. Movement contributes flexion and extension, abduction and adduction, rotation, and circumduction. Example of this will be the shoulder joint and the hip joint. The second joint will be the hinge joint. Allow movement in one plane only, back and forth. Provide stability and strength for weight bearing and controlled movement. Movement contributes flexion and extension. Example, elbow joint, knee joint, ankle joint, joint between finger and toes. The third joint will be the pivot joint. Permits rotation around a central point. Provides stability while still allowing turning movement. Movement contributes rotation, supination, and pronation. Example of this will be the atlantoaxial joint and proximal radioulnar joint. The fourth joint will be the gliding joint. Allows small sliding or gliding movement between bone. Provide flexibility and helps bone adjust their position slightly. Movement contributes gliding or sliding. Slight rotation. Example of this will be the carpal, tarsal between vertebrae. The fifth joint will be the saddle joint. Provides stability while allowing more movement. Give the thumb and other areas greater flexibility and precision. Movement contribute will be the flexion and extension, abduction and adduction, circumduction, opposition, thumb only, and the example is carpometacarpal joint of the thumb. The last joint will be the condyloid joint. Allows movement in two plane while pretending rotation. Provide flexibility for daily activities like writing, grasping, or nudity. The movement contribute flexion and extension, adduction, circumduction. Example of this will be the wrist joint, knuckles, base of fingers and toes, atlanto-occipital joint.